Hello and welcome to Teacher's Corner. This is the very first Teacher's Corner where we're going to be going over Inspirational Leader versus Fleet Buffs. So, Inspirational Leader is a genetic resequencer lockbox trait. You may have heard of it. It's generally recommended for those that are looking to improve their DPS. I have pulled up Inspirational Leader on the exchange here. You may notice that it is currently listed at 269 million energy credits. So let's take a quick look. What do I get for this 269 million energy credits? I get a 10% chance on while I'm activating any bridge officer ability to grant plus 10 to all starship skills for 15 seconds. And it may stack up to 3 times. So at most, I can get plus 30 to all my starship skills for a grand total of 15 seconds. Does not say how long it's locked out after that, if it's locked out at all, but this is only a 10% chance. So that means I may get a stack, I may not get a stack when I activate a bridge officer skill. Okay, pretty good trait. It does have its benefits. However, you have to rely on chance and you have to rely on stacking, and it's possible to lose the stacks. So, what is the alternative? If you want buffs, you want skill point buffs, which when we talk about skill point buffs for this, we're talking about the skills that you put in your skill tree that you put into as you're leveling up your captain, starship attack patterns, energy weapons, etc., etc. So if I want to boost these points, and I don't want to spend 269 million, which it's not worth it for that price, trust me, there is an alternative. The alternative are fleet buffs. Okay, these are available at your fleet starbase, and they cost a relatively low amount and we'll have to wait out the 30 seconds, a relatively low amount of fleet credits. The fleet buffs will give you plus 10 to all of your skill points for 4 hours. Okay? It is a 4-hour duration while you are in either space or on the ground, depending on where you activated your buff. Alright, now that we're able to transwarp, let's go to the Fleet Starbase system. Okay. So if you watch the episode of the show where we first introduced this, you probably remember hearing Sarcasm Detector say that he absolutely loves these fleet buffs. They are a great little addition. While it's not going to give you the plus 30 that Inspirational Leader has the potential of giving you, it is a guarantee. It is not a 10% chance. You do not have to worry about waiting for stacks to build up. You do not have to worry about losing stacks in the middle of battle. Okay. It lasts, instead of lasting only 15 seconds, as with Inspirational Leader, the fleet buffs last for a grand total of 4 hours. Alright, so here we are on the Fleet Starbase. Loaded in pretty quick. So I'm going to head to find my fleet buffs to the armory. Past the trivels. Okay. So, you've probably been in here for various items. There's your space supplies officer, your tailor, and your ground weapons. But most people have not talked to this guy. This is your operations quartermaster. He's where the good stuff's at. Okay. He's going to be your dealer. So, for these fleet boosts, So you notice here the bottom, let's see, the fourth, fifth, and sixth item on the left-hand side here when you open up the window are your engineering boosts. You notice there's a number of different ones, everything from standard issue up to elite training. So if you mouse over them, we'll see standard issue gives +1. Okay. Basic training +2. Intermediate training +4. Improved training gives +6. Advanced training +8. And the one we're after, elite training, gives +10. Okay. The reason there are a number of them, because they unlock as you build up your star base. Notice these are a provisioned item. If you go and you buy 461 of them, nobody else in your fleet is going to be able to buy any. Okay? So please do not buy out your fleet provisions of these items. Buy them as you need them. I wouldn't stack up more than 10 at a time, personally, for me. Okay? And you'll notice each boost is separate provisioning. So this one's 152. And science, you'll notice, has 150 in this particular fleet, in this tune's fleet. Okay, so when you buy these, I will go ahead and buy one of each. When you buy these, they show up in your inventory. So if I open up my very large inventory, you'll notice I have engineering, military, and science skill boosts. Okay, I already have a set active in space, so I'm not able to activate them in space. The key thing to remember with activating these, if you are on the ground when you activate them, they will only boost your ground skills for the 4-hour duration. If you are in space when you activate them, they will only boost your space skills for the 4-hour duration. Another key thing to remember with these space activations, do not transfer ships. If you change ships after you activate a skill boost, you will lose the boost. It will not apply it to your new ship. Okay, so make sure you're in the ship you want to use, and make sure you're in the region that you want it to affect when you activate the skill boost. And for you KDF characters, because I know you're out there going, okay, well the feds know where to get theirs. KDF characters, very easy to find yours as well. It's actually, let me log into my tune here. There we go. Alright, loading into Chronos. So for the KDF, alright, since he is on cooldown for the transwarp, we'll fly there. So for the KDF, same thing. You're going to go to your fleet starbase. If you can't transwarp to your starbase, as I am having difficulties because this tune is currently on cooldown, you can always fly there from your map, from your sector map. It's in the Arcanist sector block. Okay, so you notice I'm heading there now. Alright. So the key thing to remember, the fleet that my Fed tune was in is fully is completed and fully buffed out. You notice this fleet that my Klingon tune is in, House of Oreo, is only has Tier 3 and is working on Tier 4. Okay, so when we get there, you'll notice that the fleet buffs, I only have access to the improved level. What you can do with the fleet buffs is you can secure a map invite using either friends fleets that have higher developed fleets, or using the Nerds of Prey public service channel, which if you look in my chat, you see I've got that right here. You can use Nerds of Prey public service and ask for an invite to the appropriate level of starbase to suit your needs. Okay. Alright, so here is our fleet starbase, and going in to show our lovely KDF players where they need to go. May take a while for the map to load, as usually does with star bases. Excuse me while I take a drink of water. Here we go. Okay, so for KDF, just like with Fed, I'm going to come down and I'm going to go to the room where I would normally go to buy my space gear. Okay, come down the hallway, and in this room we have the same four KDF counterparts. We have Fleet Ground Supply Officer, the Tailor, and the Space Supplies Officer. And straight in front of us, Operations Quartermaster. I want to talk to him, and as you may have noticed, my boosts cut off at improved. This is because this is only a tier 3 completed, a tier 3 completed starbase. As we continue moving up, we'll unlock the advanced and eventually the elites. In the meantime, I usually use map invites, fleet map invites, to get the elite training manuals. Okay, so this has been Teacher's Corner. Hope that you've learned something, learned about fleet buffs. Please remember, don't use all the provisions in your fleet, and enjoy.